On today's episode, Southeast Asian crispy chicken with a Southeast Asian slaw. So delicious. Check this out. Tender, crispy, baked, not fried.
Don't want cherries at the bottom of the tree. I want the ones just out of my reach. The ones that sit the closest to the heat of the sun. It ain't available to everyone. I wanna have to work for the fruit.
Our first step here is going to be cutting our chicken into strips. You can't make chicken strips without strips of chicken, so let's get into that. Now, we've got these beautiful little striations in the chicken breast, and I want to make sure I'm cutting against the grain. And that, again, makes for a nice tender bite of chicken. So that's perfect. This can now go into our mixing bowl. Let's get these chicken strips all sauced up. We've got our Southeast Asian here. This stuff absolutely flavor loaded. Now, ideally, we would, let this marinate for 4 hours or so, especially with the chicken cut like this. Bone in, skin on chicken, I like to do for 24 hours overnight in the fridge. But with the way we're going here, these chicken strips, 4 hours is great. We're gonna kind of roll with it and pretend like we did that 4 hours, but we wanna make sure it's nicely coated, okay? We want to have good contact, lots of flavor. This is where all the flavor's coming from in this dish. This is all the seasoning, all the work's done. We want to get a bowl with our coating. We've got our Gourmet Shake Bake right here. Beautiful breading, which is going to go into the bowl so that we can coat our chicken strips. A few pieces at a time, okay? Want to make sure that they're nicely coated. You can even get in there with your hands and really just squeeze them to get that nice, really thick breaded coating, okay? And then what we'll do is start laying them on the tray. A little bit of space in between each. And the beauty of this dish is it's chicken strips baked, not fried, right? Now, what we're doing here with this tray, this rack on the tray, is we're replicating an air fryer. With that air, convection is going to be hitting the chicken from all sides, and that's the whole premise of the air fryer. We have our oven preheated to 425 degrees. Let's get these in. We've got our chicken in the oven. It's roasting away. We've cleaned up. We're ready to work on the next part of this dish, and we're actually going to use the Southeast Asian as a dressing as well. So follow me. Let's get some slaw working here. I want to get some carrot, cucumber, and purple cabbage cut up. So what I'm going to do is try and cut these as thin as I can. If you happen to have a mandolin, fantastic tool. You can also use a cheese grater. Works really well. So now that I've got them cut like that, let's do one more cut to get that kind of really fine little julienne. All right, so we got our carrots done. Let's do our cucumber, and it's going to be the same kind of idea. I'm going to cut it first like so. Let's cut that in half and then cut it into strips like this. And honestly, the cheese grater is the easiest way to make slaw, but I love cutting by hand as well. There's something about that feeling of just doing it yourself. And then a little bit of cabbage. Now the cabbage has natural layers to it already, so we don't need too much cabbage. I'm probably gonna go with about that much right there. It's nice and flat. And just like that, the cabbage is shredded as well. Now our veggies are chopped. What we're gonna do is add in a little mayo. I've got a nice avocado oil-based mayo here. We're gonna add in some of the Southeast Asian. Multiple uses for this stuff. It's fantastic in so many ways. Let's add in a little bit of sesame oil, okay? A little touch, not too much. All the flavors in there. And then finally, some pumpkin seed. And that's it. This slaw is now ready for action. Let's mix it up. So not only are we using that Southeast Asian as a marinade, but we're using it as a salad dressing. It's great as a stir-fry sauce. It's super versatile. All the work is done. There's one other thing I want to do, and that is to have a little dip for those chicken strips. So all I'm going to do for that is add in a little bit of the Southeast Asian into the remaining mayo here to make a Southeast Asian dip. And to really brighten it up, some freshly squeezed lime juice is going to be fantastic. So we'll squeeze some lime in there. You know what? I'm actually gonna squeeze a little bit of lime into our dressing as well, into our salad, our slaw. Little touch of fresh lime on there, boom. Bring that together. Let's go ahead and stir this. Looking fantastic. So we're almost ready to eat. Oh, here it is, guys. They are ready. Beautifully baked, wonderfully flavored, crispy chicken strips. Let's finish this off. Let's get a plate going. We've got lots to share. I'm feeling about that hungry right there. Finish it off with a little garnish. Just some pulled cilantro. Nice light meal. What do you think? If you like the look of my Southeast Asian crispy chicken, like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to our channel. Recipes in the description. See you next time.
Available to everyone. I wanna have to work for the fruit I get. Kinda like struggle just